signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Wade. Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
You know, tight ends are... matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll run it from the gun. At the 20, he's got space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Makes the grab on 3rd. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UNC! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Garrison. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To throw, it's Hart. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Just when you think you have this offense pinned down, they come up with a play like that. Now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Get as far as you can and then get down. Don't take that hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Still looking on the move. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, they get the 1st down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
Back to throw, it's Hart. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time.
Breaks into the open.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I don't know if field position really matters on that one, right? I know they're on the plus side of the territory, but 4th and inches, most offenses today are going to be going for it. They did. They execute the running play, and they keep the sticks moving.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here's a heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Back to throw, it's Hart. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Got it behind the line. It's Douglas. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Pocket breaking down. He's got his man. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Snap it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, North Carolina.
This
this offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Buffalo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds a man on the left. Here he goes. Pass to Ted. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might... Oh, he's got some space! And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing to the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Hard running there. Oh, and what a move. What a juke. And he makes it past the marker. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On the move at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to...
Touchdown, Tar Heels! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Hart. Under fire. Throwing on the run. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Off the play fake on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Keeps looking downfield. He turns it loose to the left. Makes a grab for a big play. Ripped off a huge choke play on Mifflin as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. Down he goes, and that is the last thing this offense needs right now. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. That's reeled in. It's Wade. Turning it on. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Makes the grab. It's Barmore. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to keep it in the air. They're working that left side. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there throwing in time.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Garrison. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I love that play call. Quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Scanning the field, it's Hart. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 14 to Minnesota. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Floats it out in space. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Hauls it in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Moves around to clear up the vision. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw
a shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Coming out with it, it's Garrison. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Got the quick pass. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Here's the pressure. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field. There's nothing you can do about it.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. That incompletion leaves him staring at a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
So 4th and a mile from here, but the offense will go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buying some time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. A short throw to the sideline, but it is long enough for a first down. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Unloads quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play action fake. Lets it fly. Touchdown, North Carolina. Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Hart. Steps away to find some room. Catch in the middle, it's Douglas. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And the Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll run for it. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I don't think a lot of people here are going to be surprised by that. Call 4th and inches at midfield. Just go for it, run the football, and they pick up the first.
Really, what are you going to gain by punting there? Even a perfect punt just gives you a little bit of a yardage edge, and the upside of keeping the ball is tremendous.
Yeah, and even if you don't convert it there, your defense comes on the field, and you're still forcing the offense to have to go 50-something yards or so to try and get points. So I like it.
The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Hart. He's got him in the flat. Runs through a tackle. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fires to the right. And it's picked off at the goal line. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll try to do it himself. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in on the right. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Hart. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
With the catch, it's Douglas.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Toss to the outside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, going to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits zero. That's caught. It's Wade. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Pulls and throws out the RPO. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finds some fresh air. Breaks the tackle. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Running back searching for a hole. Jukes his way for more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth.
Touchdown, UNC! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Number 17, set to kick this one away. Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Garrison. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating.
Gonna let it fly. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Back to pass, it's Hart. Here's a heat. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Across the 45. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
A big key for this offense coming into this game was getting this quarterback going, running the football. And with that last scramble, he's now over 100 yards rushing in this game, and he is not done yet.
Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
Makes the grab plenty for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, I got to be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
There he goes. Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
RPO complete to open the drive. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
That one, Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
On the set. Here we go.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got him downfield. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Hart. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Douglas. And he's brought down after a nice game.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Got his man out of the backfield. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third down coming up for the O after the incompletion. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive. There by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Texas.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Garrison. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hart. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Fires to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got him. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He's got it for a big play. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw. It's Hart. He wants a big play here late. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
He's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He
fires deep toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Here's a throw downfield late. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been